We turn now to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, the home of the Mashpee Wampanoag. The tribe embarked on some major cultural and economic rejuvenation projects, but only after turning back the latest challenges to their homelands. ICT's Stuart Huntington has this report.
The Mashpee Wampanoag are no strangers to resistance and resilience. The citizens of the coastal tribe have, after all, been fighting for their land and lifeways since before the Pilgrims landed at nearby Plymouth Rock. They fought in the 1970s to finally win federal recognition as a tribe, and they fought all the way into this year when a federal court threw out the final challenge to their reservation boundaries and tribal status. The win allowed tribal leaders to exhale a bit and turn to rejuvenation efforts, like the weeks-long Preserve Our Homelands camp for youth, or the pre-contact home site under construction under the guidance of tribal citizen Talia Landry.
Our land and trust status has been reaffirmed, so it hasn't been as difficult to try and get things built or to do things on our own land because our focus was on fighting for that land. And so with the leaders and legislation kind of focused on that, it's hard to get little projects, or even, this is a big project, a huge project like this done.
A summer Witu that would have been home to a single family is fully framed. The garden is in with the three sisters, corn, beans, and squash, happily at home together. Reeds for Witu mats dry in a barn.
This project is a pre-contact traditional Wampanoag home site, or village site, I should say, because it includes multiple home sites within the village. And the essence of it is a interactive museum that you go through the seasons and you see how our ancestors would live pre-contact, 1700s, of how our traditional homes were, our activities that we would do. So there's like a, fishing area, like tanning area, just even recreation.
But it's not just homes, said cultural advisor Chanulke Poknet.
We're putting a whole footprint in of a whole home site, winter and summer, with connecting trails and signage and informative plants and herbs that we have native to here, so that we have more awareness of our native plants and medicines within our community and outside of our community for people who come in to learn.
All of it built with the help of Wampanoag youth.
That means,
like Isaiah Peters, who said it was exciting.
It's a really good thing to do because it introduces our culture and the ways that our people thought, and kind of ties them together with modern things. When you look at some of the things that we do, we burn the ends of the poles so that they don't rot.
Amaya Balbuena shared the sentiment.
It was honestly just a really amazing experience to be a part of that, saying oh, I did that to the Witu, I peeled that bark with my own hands. It's definitely connecting with the people that made Witus before us, like our ancestors that did it. We give thanks to the trees for the life of giving it to ours and making it so we can have a Witu. It's definitely connecting to my ancestors, my papa personally, because
they need to be exposed to this so they feel the way that they're supposed to feel. They feel Wampanoag and they have that self-identity and they have that confidence to keep moving forward and not keep thinking there's nothing to do here or I have no purpose here.
Over by the tribal offices, a celebratory clam bake was underway to mark the last day of the Restore Our Homelands youth camp. Tribal Chairman Brian Whedon praised the effort.
It's important for us to teach our young people their culture and their traditions because at one point in time it was outlawed. It was forbidden for you to grow out your hair, it was forbidden for you to speak your language. They were sending some of our children to the Carlisle Indian School to assimilate, the Native Americans and take the savage out of them, so to speak. And we're happy to say that we've reclaimed our language, and every day we're learning and reinventing some ceremonies and cultural aspects to make sure that we carry on the traditions for future generations while creating new traditions as well.
Camp leaders like Tribal Natural Resources Director Jason Steiding said the camp's goals are far-reaching.
We really try to hammer home the fact that it is a privilege and a right to be Mashpee Wampanoag. And what comes with that with that right, what comes with those privileges. And so a lot of that we've been trying to instill in them, but we've also let them know that, you know, there's a sense of urgency in this community. You know, the waters are dying, the water quality is horrible.
You know, we're coastal people, we're water people, and this river that we're sitting by right now is contaminated, you know. You can't drink out of it, you can't even swim in it, you can't eat any plants that come out of it.
It's not just our responsibility to take care of each other, but to take care of Mother Earth. And right now, with everything going on in the world, I think it's safe to say that, you know, nobody's really taking care of Mother Earth like she should be taken care of, or else we wouldn't have global warming and all these other issues that we have today.
In Mashpee, Massachusetts, Stuart Huntington, ICT News.